Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Real Madrid 2, Atlético Madrid 1. Real Madrid come out victorious in the Madrid derby in the Champions League. A massive, massive win. Although, like I said in the preview, I really did thought that Real Madrid needed at least a 2-goal lead into the second leg at the Metropolitano. Am I going to complain? It could have been better, but it could have really been worse. And it shouldn't have been worse if you look at Real Madrid and the team and you compare the two sides, the personnel, the players, the fact that this is at the Bernabeu, a Champions League night. It shouldn't be. I'm not gonna say it should be easy, but it shouldn't be a very very difficult game. Now I get that Atletico Madrid play the game in the way they play the game, and in the way that we have known how Diego Simeone plays the game for years now. It's been going on for years. This is not something new, and sometimes, yes, you are unfortunate, you're unlucky that things just don't go your way. But most of the time, we should really be beating Atletico Madrid based on, like I said, the players, the personnel, and the fact that most of the time, every season you play at least one time against them at home. But even away from home, obviously it'll be a more hostile environment, but it should be a winnable game. Although it's against your rivals, although it's against a very good team. But you get what I'm saying. But we just haven't been able to do that in the last couple of games. This season, 2 draws in La Liga. We had a draw, was it last season as well, didn't we? And we lost to them last season as well. So, yeah, they are a very tricky side to play against. So, to get that win is good. It is only a 1-goal advantage, so anything can still happen. It is still all to play for away at the Metropolitano, which is basically, nearby anyway, so not much travel needed. So, a lot of focus can be put on, the preparation. But first of all, like I said, we needed to get something out of this game, preferably a 2-goal lead. But it's fine. We put that aside. We can't change what has happened. We have that 1-goal lead, and we go to Madrid. We are in Madrid, but we go to the Metropolitano with a 1-goal lead, and we have to be smart with it. Now, I'm not saying you go there, you park the bus, you play defensive football like Atletico Madrid. You could do that. But I don't see Real Madrid doing that. I think these players are not that kind of players. I don't see Mbappe staying back and just defending. I don't see Vinicius Jr. doing that for 90 minutes. Maybe you'll see Rodrigo doing that. Maybe you'll see Brahim Diaz doing that. Maybe, and you certainly will see, Bellingham doing that, and the rest of the players doing that defensive job for 90 minutes. But I just can't see this team with the roster in the attack, like Mbappe, like Vinicius Jr., like Rodrigo, like Brahim Diaz. Bellingham will be back. These players, I just can't see them playing defensive, park the bus football. Now, maybe we will sit deeper and hit on the counter attack. I think that will be the approach. No risk. We don't really have to go for it. I'm not saying I think we should go for a draw, but there isn't really a risk to, or there isn't a need to take risk and go for it. But certainly, this game really, really was. I wouldn't say I was scared. I was just. I was sort of sick of that 1-1 scoreline that we've been getting. I was worried to be honest, that we would get that same result again, because a draw, or even worse, a loss at home to Atletico Madrid would have been, honestly, probably the end of the Champions League journey, because, like I said, the way Atletico Madrid play, and you have to play them away from home, it is very hard to go there and to overcome a deficit, or try to take the lead and take control of the game there. So with this result, it forces Atletico Madrid to come and attack, to come and get at us, and it will leave spaces, it will leave opportunities on the counter attack, but we have to take those opportunities when it arrives, and we can't be wasteful. And what has been the story in the last few games, in the last couple of weeks, a couple of goals, in a couple. When I say a couple of goals, I mean 1 or 2 goals. One goal against Betis, 2 against Girona, only 2 today. I'm not expecting 5 goals, but in those games, Vinicius Junior scored against Girona. And literally, Rodrigo scored against Atletico, and it's been Brahim with the other 2. And Brahim Diaz is not a starter. My point is, Vinicius Junior and Mbappe have been quiet in the last couple of games, and whether it's been that they have been found out and there has been a way that teams have been able to stop them to do what they have done best, I don't know. But they have to get that sorted out quickly, because the more teams that latch on that, then yeah, when you have got 2 players out of the game for 90 minutes, basically, you're playing 9 men against 11. So they have to quickly, figure something out in terms of what's going on. Why haven't they been able to get involved, and why and how they must, and what they must do to get themselves back into the algorithm again. But look, it has been a really, really tough last couple of games, and to come away with a win. Ultimately, like I said again, it's not a big lead, it's not a big advantage, but we have to sort of be grateful. I'm not gonna say be grateful as in, you can't complain, but we have to be grateful in terms of the win. There is still complaints, I think, that fans are making, and there is still negatives in certain areas, which I totally agree with. But we have to look at the big picture, which is we have won and we've taken that advantage. It's a slight advantage, but anything is better than nothing. But let's talk about the goals. The first goal, Fede Valverde was just brilliant, wasn't he? Beautiful pass. That is a very, very beautiful pass. Splits the attack and defense and the midfield of Atletico Madrid. Rodrigo gets in behind Javi Galan, and on his left foot, cuts inside. What a finish. And to be honest, it got better. Not in a good way, because Julian Alvarez scored for Atletico Madrid. Camavinga got absolutely cooked on that goal, but yeah, Alvarez does really well. Edge of the box is a tight angle, somehow curls it in. You gotta give it to him. It was a beautiful finish, and it was poorly defended in terms of Camavinga's part. Not entirely down to him. Maybe Courtois could have done slightly better in terms of the positioning, but I'm not gonna fault Thibaut Courtois much, because he made a couple of big saves, and that shot was just one of those goals that when he goes in, it just, how can you react to that? How can you complain? Except for, okay, maybe you could have done better to mark that player, but that finish, yes, you could have stopped him, you could have blocked his way, not given him that time and space. But that finish, we're talking about the finish in terms of what Courtois can do. Not many, if any, keeper saves that. And then second half, Brahim Diaz scores another goal. Obviously, he scored against Leipzig in the round of 16 away from home last season. He has done it at home against Atlético in the round of 16 this season. Beautiful triangle passing between Vinicius, Mendy, and Brahim. Mendy gets the ball on the left side into Vinicius, into Brahim, and then was it? No, I think it was Vinicius into Brahim, into Mendy, and then back to Brahim. And it was that beautiful play between these three, that triangle passing. It was beautiful, and it progressed the play. But then still a lot to do for Brahim in the box. He had about 4 or 5 Atletico Madrid players around him. Somehow get that shot, and just a really, really beautiful goal again. Not the Rodrigo goal or the Alvarez goal in terms of it hits the top corner, but that combination, that passing, that passage of play, and then for Brahim with the footwork, he basically fell. He fell, and then still to get that shot off and score. And obviously the celebrations as well into the crowd. It means a lot to him, and obviously at this moment of time with what's going on recently with the results, it means a lot to the club and the team. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly go through the team and what my thoughts on the individuals were. I thought Courtois, like I said, the goal not really his fault. Can't really fault him. Made a couple of good saves as well. Valverde, really, to be honest, could have been man of the match. I thought that he was incredible once again. Playing with that passion. He got fouled many times, but he still kept going. And he's coming back off an injury, and obviously he played with painkillers against Manchester City. So to come back straight away, hit the ground running, and instantly improve this team's defense. Even though he was a right back, and he's not a right back, but he was played there. Brilliant. I thought Raul Asensio and Rudiger was so much better than Alaba and Rudiger, and yeah, that is the truth. Special shout out to Mendy, by the way. I mean, this player is playing like Prime Marcelo. I'm not saying he's as good as Prime Marcelo, because I don't think no one will ever get into that level apart from a couple of players in the world right now. But I don't think anyone will ever get to that level, to be honest. But the way Mendy was moving, I mean, it was mad. I mean, he had a shot towards the end, I'm pretty sure, on his right foot, straight at Oblak. Obviously, like I said, got involved in that 1-2-3 passing with Vinicius and Brahim. Yeah, he was cooking. Rodrigo was brilliant, scored a beautiful goal. Out of the front three, he was genuinely the best. Tchouaméni Camavinga partnership wasn't bad, but Tchouaméni I thought was especially and slightly better than Camavinga. Brahim was incredible again as well, and then Vinicius and Mbappe were quiet. They really were. Not a lot from them, and yeah. Modric, Endrick, and Lucas Vazquez all came on towards the end, and that is obviously the 300th Champions League / European Cup win for Real Madrid. So yeah, massive in terms of that, but still another 90 minutes to play for away from home. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the button instead, subscribe to us on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.